Hello there, this is the EDF Energy London Eye, and that is London, host city for this year's Champions League final. Now, come this May, Real Madrid hope to be here celebrating La Decima, what would be an unprecedented 10th European title. Their road there has been eased by what looks like an easy quarter-final draw for the second year running, Turkish champions Galatasaray. Galatasaray, though, have ambitions of their own, and what's more, they have a couple of players that Jose Mourinho knows all too well, Didier Drogba and Wesley Sneijder. Drogba, Champions League winner with Chelsea. Sneijder, Champions League winner with Inter under Mourinho. Should be quite a reunion, this, Peter. Definitely.
Mourinho, wherever he's been in Europe, he seems to bring players under his spell, and they're enchanted by him. And I think two of the biggest proponents of Mourinho over the past 5-10 years have been Drogba and Sneijder. Of course, Drogba at Chelsea, he was the talisman for Mourinho for those big cup games, and also for the Champions League win with Inter in 2010. No one player, probably other than Diego Milito, did more for that Inter Champions League win than Sneijder. So I think they'll want to give something back to Mourinho with their new club Galatasaray, and I think they'll want to hand him a defeat.
Interesting. Of course, you've got Drogba, you've also got Yilmaz, joint top scorer in the league. Now, we've seen lots of clubs field highly rated forwards against Real Madrid and fail. Aguero for Man City and Van Persie for Man United. Do you think the Galatasaray forward pair can do any better?
Well, Real Madrid, they may be the most informed team in Europe, but they do give up chances. We've seen all season, especially from set pieces, that they've conceded a lot of goals off corners, off crosses. Drogba is one of the best in the world aerially. And I think Yilmaz and Drogba will get chances. The big question is, will they take them? Van Persie, who you mentioned, didn't take them, and as a result, Manchester United went out.
One of the factors in Man United's exit, they did do very well. First half of that game at Old Trafford, they seem to be living out the maxim that a lot of people say that the best way to approach a Real Madrid game is to sit deep, soak up the pressure, and then hit them on the break. Can Galatasaray, can they operate that kind of a tactic against Real Madrid?
Yeah, I think you're right when you say that the best way to approach Real Madrid is through that counter-attacking approach, which is the way Real Madrid quite often approach big games themselves when they would be perceived to be the team that are not going to have all the possession. But I think for Galatasaray, their strengths so far this season in the Champions League have not been defensively, they have been offensively. Players like Burak Yilmaz, who can sniff out a chance from anything, Selçuk Inan, who dictates the play from the centre of the field, Hamid Altintop, who's a clever prober and a user of the ball. So they're not the type of players who can readily sit back deep. The likes of Philip Melo too, who's a walking yellow card whenever he plays. They're not going to be able to sit deep and absorb what Real Madrid have and try and hit. I think they're going to have to try and match Real Madrid blow for blow. And once they get them back to Istanbul, provided they're still in the tie, then everything could still be to play for.
I think if you attack Real Madrid, you're just asking to be turned over, really. I mean, Madrid are undoubtedly the best counter-attacking team in the world. So many pacey players. I mean, Ronaldo, Di Maria, Higuain. I think Galatasaray, they're going to have to play a smart game. They're going to have to pick their moments to attack.
Well, let's hear what Goal.com readers have been putting up on Facebook and Twitter. Emily.
Yeah, James, we've got the hashtag AskGoal out there, and on Twitter the talk really does seem to be all about Yilmaz rather than Drogba. In fact, just got a tweet in now from Jude Geether, who wants to know if you guys think that Real Madrid will be looking at the informed Yilmaz with envy. And then on the other hand, we've got a tweet from Julius Yolayemi, who thinks that Galatasaray are going to be focusing on Cristiano, but that Modric is going to be the thorn in their side.
Very interesting. Modric, of course, who had such a huge role in the victory at Old Trafford.
Real Madrid were quite high up the pitch at Old Trafford, and they were looking for that pass. But I think the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Angel Di Maria, at times they lack maybe the creativity or the guile or to unlock defences. I think it can be more about pace and power with those two. I think a player like Luka Modric is able to find runs in behind and little clever passes, interchanges between himself, Özil, and one of the two strikers who's going to be Benzema and Higuain. I think they need to rely on that in the last 20 minutes of a match if teams are putting two banks of four in and trying to hit Real Madrid then on the break. So Modric could be a difference maker late on in this tie as well.
That performance at Old Trafford really turned around what had been a pretty mixed season for him so far.
Absolutely. I mean, he was being described by many people in Spain as the flop of the season in the Primera Division, and you know, a lot of people were saying he might be leaving Real Madrid at the end of the season. That performance, that substitute appearance, it's really liberated him, and as Peter said, I think he could be a very important player for them for the rest of the season.
Where's your money lie on this, Carlo?
I think you have to go with Real Madrid. I think the only chance Galatasaray have got is if Real Madrid are very wasteful in the first leg, and then they can take them back to hell for the second leg and maybe spring a surprise. But yeah, you have to put your money on Real Madrid.
You saw the last 16 games with Schalke for Galatasaray. Did you see anything there that makes you think they can spring an upset here?
Logic says Real Madrid, they've got the better players. They should have no problem disposing of Galatasaray, but football can be wonderfully illogical at times. So, you know, a little bit of romance in it that says that if Galatasaray can sneak an away goal, they might have everything to play for once they get back to Istanbul, and you never know, it could be Drogba and Schneider other than Mourinho who could be coming into the semi-final.
It'll be a remarkable story. We can follow all the latest from the Champions League on goal.com, and remember, if you have any other questions about the competition, just use the hashtag AskGoal.